Here once again with actor, writer, author, comedian, BJ Novak. BJ, thanks for being here.
Oh yeah, my pleasure.
We just did Sullivan's Travels, the second half of your 2-for-1 double feature. Up next, from 1963, Jean-Luc Godard's Contempt. You tied them together before, but remind people what
Well, they're
why
going to
does this
seem
follow
they're
Sullivan's
going to
Travels?
seem super different in a way that I love as well. One is black and white, very formal, quick, almost like a TV show in terms of its rhythm and pacing and look. And Godard's movie, full color, gorgeous score, tragic beauty, nudity, like the south of France and the coast of Italy. And
It's very French.
they couldn't be more different. But to me, what is so interesting about them being different is that they're both about a screenwriter trying to make a serious movie.
Right.
And one treats it as a complete farce, and one treats it as a tragedy. Although I see it as a comedy, call me crazy. I think Contempt is sort of has a joke to it overall.
Yeah, Michel Piccoli plays the screenwriter here, plays Paul. He's been hired by Jack Palance, who is a big-time Hollywood producer, making The Odyssey in Europe with Fritz Lang directing, and Fritz Lang plays Fritz Lang.
Yeah.
But significantly, Paul, the character, is married to Brigitte Bardot.
Yeah.
She's really something.
She's really something.
Yeah, we meet them close to the first scene. They're in bed together.
Yeah, and it's also the most beautifully framed, the colors, the score, let alone Brigitte Bardot. It's almost a parody of beauty, but it's accomplished so well. I wonder if there's a meta sort of component to it that we, the viewer, know that we are watching the most beautiful movie star at her most beautiful, in the most beautiful setting, shot in the most beautiful way. And this guy is sort of ignoring it in favor of this hypothetical movie that he's making, The Odyssey. We're looking at it being like, this is the most movie-like movie world I've ever seen.
Right.
And so what is more beautiful about this Odyssey film? I wonder if that was intentional or not. It's a complicated, abstract movie almost, in that it must be about appearances and aesthetics, and he's such a master, Godard, of appearances and aesthetics. It's crazy that he made his name on a black and white gorgeous movie, and this is the best color movie I've ever seen visually.
Yeah, it is.
So to make a movie that is, it feels like there's stuff that I can only guess at the meaning, but I can feel it in terms of what appearances mean.
This does a great job also. The argument. The middle section of the movie is 30 or 40 minutes of them in their apartment arguing, making up, arguing, making up. But really, it's all one argument. But the fight between the producer, Jack Palance, and the director, Fritz Lang, yet they never yell at each other, but they hate each other. He manages to deliver us this antagonism between them where I don't think Fritz Lang ever raises his voice, and Palance gets a little mad sometimes.
That's a great performance, the Jack Palance performance.
Great performance, yeah.
He's a contradiction. He is explosive sometimes, and then he's very debonair. He's weird.
Yeah, he walks along the wall in a suit. Like, no one looks better in this. He looks like Cary Grant in the way the suit hangs off him. You know, again, having not seen it before, I was like, oh, this is going to be super heavy. But it isn't. But it almost is. It's heavy enough.
It's heavy, but it's also so overwrought in a way that's why I kind of think, is this whole thing a bit of a joke on all of us?
Yeah, right.
Like the score that keeps repeating the same refrain. It's gorgeous, but again and again,
It must be, what, 10 times, 12 times,
yeah,
15
and you kind
times?
of get swept away in it, but
Yeah.
they're just making a movie too, you know?
Yeah, they're just making a movie too.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's watch it. It's great. It's really
It's great.
I'm so glad that you got me. It's one of those things that I was sort of embarrassed that I hadn't seen. Now I've seen it, and I can't recommend it more highly. Here it is, from 1963, with a cast led by Brigitte Bardot, Jean-Luc Godard's Contempt. Back with BJ Novak, actor, writer, comedian. Of course, millions of people know you from The Office. You get stopped every day you're out. Somebody says,
sure.
yeah, it's nice though.
It's a good thing,
the show matters to people. So you know a movie has affected you when the death of a character is agonizing. Like, I just hated it. Like, I mean, as they were, as they're merging, and I'm like, are we seeing those cars drive quickly because he's telling us that this is dangerous? Because I do not want something to happen to her.
Yeah.
And then we hear it in the accident. And I mean, even as we get that scene, and it's very clear these characters are dead,
Yeah.
I'm like, she might be okay. We just need to get assistance to her quickly. I don't care
No,
about Jack Palance can be dead. I'm okay with that, right?
No, but the way they cut away from it, it's on a letter, and then you hear it, and then you don't see it happen. Right?
No, you don't see it happen, but we see
So-
the aftermath. Obviously.
Right. So they're not going to do that if they just got injured.
Right. No, I got it. They're dead, and I imagine that like he's going to be, pretty sad for 3-4 days. Then he'll move on,
Yeah.
and he'll probably take another movie and not be a playwright. I imagine.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
No, he says
He's
he'll be a playwright. Yeah.
but then he doesn't know what's happened
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, this
Zero.
guy.
Yeah. No, he doesn't get it.
World-class fumble.
Well, it's a world-class fumble. It's Ernest Biner
Yeah.
losing the ball at the goal line. What were the movies when you were coming of age that spoke to you?
At first, it was comedies that just kept hitting. The Naked Gun was a huge one to me. Just that it would just keep coming with the laughs. It had nothing it cared about but making me laugh again and again and again. I thought that was so rebellious and so funny. And then when I was a little older, seeing Pulp Fiction in the theater as a teenager, that sort of opened up my whole mind. That was the first time I realized that someone had made a decision about things like a camera angle or how a house looked or the song that played when they go to the restaurant. And I knew who this guy was because I had seen a magazine article about Quentin Tarantino, and I was like, oh, that's that guy, and there he is in the movie. It all came together to me that movies are made, and that was very thrilling.
Almost.
The seams of the authorship were so visible.
You were too young for Airplane in the first run, so
Correct,
I'm
yeah.
older than you. So Airplane had that exact same moment
Yeah.
for me, which was like,
Oh, they really don't care about anything
don't
other
care
than being
about-
funny. The gravitas of Leslie Nielsen, too. I was watching Midnight Run the other night, and Charles Grodin has some of that, too. But the sort of the gravitas of someone who won't mug for a laugh, just has the confidence to know that their seriousness is going to bring the laugh, that is in short supply out there.
is that right? That's
think so.
Yeah. BJ, this was great. Thanks. Can we have you back on TCM talk about movies?
Let's pick another couple. You know what I wanted to do? I suggested, but
Oh
I
yeah.
think
What were some of your other choices?
I wanted to pair Casablanca and Austin Powers.
Oh, come on.
Because I think these are the two best catchphrase generating movies of all time. What do they have in common?
The catchphrase, and so
Here's looking at you, kid.
Right.
Yeah, baby. Like these. But honestly, we quote Mike Myers in the world of catchphrase generators between Wayne's World and Austin Powers. This guy is like Hall of Fame GOAT in terms of
it's not an accident.
catchphrases.
Not an accident. Like he
But
quote-
again and again.
Right.
You know, and then Casablanca too.
Here's looking at you, kid, and yeah, baby. All right. Well, you've just essentially done that pairing for us. That was awesome.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Great to be here.
Thanks.
Thanks.
BJ. BJ's work is done for the night, but the movies, of course, continue here on TCM, as always, uncut and commercial-free.
Next on TCM, Stolen Face, then Night Moves, and later, Hot Summer Night. Crack open a cool one with TCM Tonight.